there, Tier 1 gaming fans. So we are back with the unpacking here and discussion for the light side objectives for aggressive negotiations. That is the second pack in the current cycle for Star Wars the card game. So, as we mentioned in the dark side video for this pack, so Fantasy Flight is basically changing the order that the cards come in here. So rather than having one complete set, cards 1 through 6, and then the second copy 1 through 6, they're basically putting card 1, both copies of that in order, then card 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and so on. So something a little new, so just don't freak out when you open this new pack and think that you're missing cards. Alright, so we start off with a Jedi set, which I remember correctly, was not included in Pack 1, so I think we had Rebel Alliance and Smugglers. So let's see what the Jedi get here. So Scarif, oh wow, more Rogue One content, so that's cool. Trust the Force, or Trust in the Force, 1 resource, 5 damage. Reaction, after a Jedi character unit leaves play, put a non-Jedi unit with equal or lower printed cost into play from your hand. So that seems pretty strong, and does not say once per turn either, so wonder if that'll get FAQ'd once people break this. So let's see what's in here. So pretty cool that it's on Scarif. Alright, oh, there we go. So we get Chirrut Imwe, 4 costs, 3 icons, 3 damage capacity, some solid combat icons here too. So he's got a black blaster and blast, and then edge enabled blaster and blast as well. Character force sensitive, so that will be important for some of the support cards that exist already. Elite, and he's got a cool interrupt here. So when an enemy card effect or combat icon would place 1 or more focus tokens on this unit, prevent the placement of one of those tokens. So it's kind of like a shielding for tactics, basically. So that's pretty neat. So it's going to be a little bit tough to slow him down. So would have been cool to have his flavor text from the movie, but I guess we can't ask for everything. Alright. Then what do we got here? A Mirialian Mystic. 2 cost, 1 force icon character, blaster and attack edge tactics, and 2 damage capacity, and that's it. So pretty generic. Alright. Handcrafted light bow. 1 cost, 2 force icons. It's a weapon, obviously. Enhance a character unit. Enhanced character unit gains another blaster and +1 damage capacity. So that just bumps Chirrut up even further into some pretty solid damage output. And with him, basically it's going to take you 2 tactics to knock him out of commission for a turn. So he's gonna do some good damage with this on him. If enhanced unit is Chirrut Imwe, he gains even more reaction. So after this unit is focused to strike, deal 1 damage to each participating enemy unit. Oof, nasty. Getting into combat with him might not be such a good idea if you don't have a lot of strong guys. But even then, you still got to respect that. Yeah, as long as he's focused to strike, and again, being able to avoid that first tactics gives him just that many more chances to focus to strike. So really cool there. 0 cost event, stunning blow. 1 force icon. Reaction. After a target unit takes 1 or more damage, put a focus token on it. Right. So really cool. So even if he doesn't end up killing something, you can then focus them so that you don't take any return damage and maybe lock them down for a while. And Heat of Battle seems very appropriate to round out the set, so just deal damage to another participating unit, enemy unit. So really, Chirrut can just do all kinds of nasty damage, and not being a Jedi himself, so that's very respectable damage right there for a non-Jedi character. So if you're dealing with like a horde of blockers on the opponent's dark side, use someone like him to clear that out. That seems really nasty if you can get all that to come together. Okay, then does not look like we get a Rebel set this time around, but that's alright. But we get another Smuggler one here. So we're on Kashyyyk. Badge of Honor, 5 damage capacity, 1 resource as normal. So this is going to be a Wookiee tribal set. Each Wookiee you control gets +1 damage capacity. And it's not like a unique set or anything, so if you really want to build Wookiee tribal for light side, Wookiees can certainly do some good damage and all that. So buffing their damage capacity up seems like it's going to be pretty nasty. So especially like Chewie and some of the other named ones. Alright, what do we got here? Wookiee Chieftain, unique. Okay, interesting for a non-named guy. 3 Force icons, really good combat icons. Blaster and a Tactics, and then an Edge-enabled Blaster and a Blast. Wookiee character, obviously. Each damaged Wookiee you control gains Elite, so yikes. So if you're going to damage Wookiees and you got all this out, you're definitely going to want to kill them. Forget damage. So give him a point of damage, and making him elite seems pretty nasty. 4 damage capacity, so, and obviously if you're playing that set, he already jumps to 5 if you can get one of these out, 6 if you manage to land both. That seems pretty brutal. Okay. Impressive there. Wookiee Champion. 3 cost, 2 Force icons, 3 damage, so again, could bump all the way up to 5 if you have both those sets out. And no nonsense, no frills here. This dude's just pure combat monster, killing opponents' characters. 2 Black Blasters, comes with Edge 1 even, and when he is damaged, he gets another reaction. After he's declared as an attacker, a target enemy unit must declare as a defender if able. So you can coax in or sort of goad in some of your opponents' characters that they might not otherwise want to block with. So, and then if you have the Chieftain out, that's another trigger off of being damaged, so he can become elite as well. So elite and Edge 1 seems like a pretty nasty setup here. Alright, then we get a generic Wookiee Warrior. 2 cost, 1 Force icon, character Wookiee, just a blaster. But if he's damaged, so again, all these things trigger off of damaging these Wookiees, and he's at 3 damage already for 2 cost. Could bump up to 5 with both of those sets out. So, and that's just ridiculous value for a 2 cost guy here. But he gains another Blaster and Blast while he's damaged. So again, if you're gonna sort of piss off the Wookiees, you better make sure you just kill them. But all that extra damage capacity could make that a very tricky process. Dense Rocher Forest, 1 cost, 1 Force icon, 1 resource. Kashyyyk location, it's limited. And action, focus this enhancement to deal 1 damage to target Wookiee unit you control, then place a shield on that unit. Oh, wow. Thankfully, limit once per turn. That could be gross. This is going to be... this is just going to be nasty for whether you're the attacker or defender. You know, if you have an undamaged Wookiee, your opponent might think twice about coming in for combat, because you could just damage one of your Wookiees and then block with it to make it just even better. So this seems like a really cool location, and it is not unique, so you could have 2 of these bad boys out. So very cool stuff there. And then we get, I think this is a new Edge card here, Force card here. Battle Fury, 2 Force icons. Deal 1 damage to a participating Wookiee unit you control to deal 1 damage to each. 1 damage each to up to 2 target participating enemy units. Oh wow. So not only do you hurt your Wookiees to make them better, but then you can spread out basically some splash damage to the opponent's characters, who are going to be in for a even rougher time once the Wookiees actually get to swing in combat. So this seems pretty brutal. Definitely excited about that. Excited to try maybe a Wookiee tribal deck now. I think we've probably got enough sets. I think it's probably going to be basically just straight smugglers, because I think that's where almost all of them are located. There might be a Rebel Chewie hiding out there. I don't remember. Have not checked that in a while. But Wookiee tribal could be a cool thing. I know we had Ewok tribal a couple of cycles back with the Endor stuff. Not necessarily a tier 1, pun intended, deck, but still was fun to build. So this Wookiee thing, though, seems like it might have some competitive legs to stand on here. So that was the light side half of aggressive negotiations. Certainly seems aggressive enough here between Chirrut in the Jedi set, and just what he can do. Whether again you're going to splash him with other factions, like we saw with the first pack, or if you still just run kind of like Jedi good stuff. He adds a new layer of combat flavor into that. And then Wookiee Tribal here seems very cool. If not competitive, then at least certainly a fun deck. You can pretend that Wookiees are just straight up ripping people's arms off. So that's been the light side half of aggressive negotiations. So feel free to drop us a like if you enjoyed the video, and hit us up with a subscription too. And we'll be back hopefully with the next pack once that comes out. And stay tuned for some actual gameplay videos too, where we'll test out some of the newer decks that we've been playing in our group. So see you guys next time.